someone who hasn't tagged me in any Facebook profile pictures later, so you're going to have to do that tonight. Michelle Royal, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, it's been a while since I've done a couple of these. I usually start this off with the LGBTQIA stop at and fuck them others. I think you're confusing people. It's the gay part of the show, okay? So a lot of my jokes are references to gays, and I always ask this question when I first start out. How many lesbians are in the room tonight?
Well, kind of lesbian.
Kind of lesbian. Kinda? Like you had a subscription?
Yeah.
I had that subscription. It was like for 7 days and I forgot to cancel it. I'm now stuck in that club. I always ask that because normally in a room full of people, you get one guy in the back that always goes, I'm a lesbian. And I'm like, well, why are you a lesbian? He's like, I eat pussy. That makes me a lesbian. And I'm like, there's a girl in the back that sucks a dick. Loves dick. Doesn't make her a homosexual. So how's that make you a lesbian? You know? I knew I was a lesbian because, especially recently, because I bought a brand new car. Well, I bought a brand new vehicle, I should say. Not really a car, a vehicle. But you should have assumed I was a lesbian because it was a used U-Haul truck. Yes, we do that. Gentleman earlier, failed to remember the name, but he was talking about being confused about things that are going on down there. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's most guys are confused about what's going on down there. They're like, I'm a lesbian, I eat pussy. But the problem is, you're like a stormtrooper when it comes to finding the clitoris. You know it's down there, but you couldn't hit that mark if it was the broadside of a fucking car. It's kind of like, if you remember that one scene where like Boba Fett is like on that ferry thing and they're fighting and he falls into the Sarlacc pit. To most guys, this is like a Sarlacc pit. Instead of finding the right spot in the Sarlacc pit, they're down inside there scooping around like they're looking for the last fucking orange Skittle at the bottom of the bag. I mean, if you took it for one example, like there's that one scene where just before Boba Fett falls into it, he's like holding on the edge and you can just see his helmet. If you paid attention to that fucking helmet, you'd be right on the spot. So, I have this thing when I go out on dates, like what is a good date, who's a keeper, who's not a keeper. And my first date usually means we go to the Buffalo Wild Wings. Why? Because I always order 12 to 24 wings bone in, and then I just sit and watch. And if that person puts that wing back on the plate and there's still meat in the middle of those two bones, I'm like, yeah, fuck, can't eat pussy. She's done. She's out of here. I'm done. I have an allergy. I'm allergic to mushrooms. And if I eat them, my throat swells up, EpiPen in the thigh, I don't die. And I dated this girl who was allergic to strawberries, which I thought was weird, strawberries, all the things to be allergic to. And then I thought, even worse, I'm like, here's two lesbians with two weird allergies, because most lesbians are only allergic to nuts. Yeah. I've been eating this, what I call the ultimate lesbian snack. It's Ritz crackers. You're like, how's that a lesbian snack? I've been eating them for years. Well, for lesbians, it's a little different. Think about it. One's a crack snacker and the other one's a snack cracker. We were talking about internet stuff earlier and sex toys and things like that, and we tend to get a lot of our information off the internet and stuff. And but this whole thing with sending dick pics to random people, I find that kind of weird that somebody, you just open up your, and I get them occasionally, I'm like, why? But you know, you open up your fucking whatever social media thing you're using, and all of a sudden there's some guy's dick there. And I thought to myself, you know, because I don't have one anymore, and I'm thinking, I kind of miss that. I can't send a dick pic anymore. Now, I can actually send my dick to somebody, parcel post or, you know, U.S. mail, and, you know, but that's a one-time deal unless they give it back. So, Stevie, after the show, if you still have that, if you could give that to me, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. I've been wanting that back. Now, my balls I keep in my purse, like most people. One of those things. I always tell this one too. I was at a crowd one night and I was telling this joke. I was like, during COVID, I had this this issue that I got taken care of. And then after that, I realized that, well, let me just ask, has anybody pissed through $100,000 in a day?
No.
I do, especially if I drink 2 or 3 drinks. It costs $100,000, folks,
Reconstruct.
to remove it. Okay? That there. I went shopping for some new tennis shoes one day, and I thought, oh, I need some cute, like, sporty lesbian tennis shoes. And I'm at Walmart, and I'm looking, and I can't find what I'm looking for. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what would be cute lesbian tennis shoe? And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I know exactly what a lesbian tennis shoe is. It's something that has a long tongue, you can tie up real tight, and you can get off with one finger. And that's my set. Stevie, come on back up here, baby.